Hello and welcome back to Hunter Tuned. I'm going to start the video off here, and I'm just running to the junkyard and getting some more parts for the website. It's kind of crazy that I've been selling so many junkyard fuel injectors to people helping them out with their builds that it's kind of becoming something I've been doing quite a bit lately, where the junkyard people know me by my name. But anyways, we are running out there. I got a couple more ECUs. I still got to add them to the website to add the pre-flashed GM computers onto the website. If you guys are looking for a pre-flashed GM computer to run your LS swap in your old hot rod, or just need a tune for your setup, you can definitely hit me up via email if they are not on the website yet. Otherwise, if you do place an order for one on the website, you just kind of have to put your setup in the comments of the order when you place the order, and that way I know what to flash onto the PCM so you can get the right setup. Also, I wanted to let you guys know about Black Friday and Cyber Monday coming up here. VS Racing is doing a lot of really good deals on turbochargers right now, and if you order through me, I may be able to get you a really good price, possibly better than you know, what the website says, depending on what you need. Obviously, we do discounts for twin turbo kits, or you know, if you buy two of the same turbo, there's definitely a heavy discount that comes with that. And just pretty much any turbo in general right now is going to be on sale or on discount for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. I don't know how long the sale goes, but I know it at least goes until Black Friday. I would assume it goes all the way through Thanksgiving weekend, so you guys can still place orders for turbos. Like I said, if you guys are looking for something or doing a winter build, this is going to be the time to buy one, because you know, like I said, the prices are pretty heavily discounted. I know, for an example, the billet 7875 normally goes for like $600 or so, and I just sold a few of them for $505 shipped to your door. So that's like $100 off, and pretty much any other turbo that you would maybe get is going to be discounted some way, shape, or form. There's actually, on my Facebook page, I shared a list of the turbos that are on sale. I know, like the billet 80, the billet 7875, and a few others are on there that are discounted. There's usually a percentage of how much they're discounted listed on there. If you guys want to check out my personal Facebook page, it's Hunter Mulholland. Kind of a handful last name, but yeah, that's my personal Facebook, and that's where I share a lot of stuff. I am on Instagram as well. If you guys want to follow me there, it's HunterTuned1. And that's really all I do for social media stuff. I don't really get on Twitter or anything like that. I don't even really use Instagram all that much, but I do use Facebook more often than not, and that is a good way to kind of get a hold of me. Sometimes I'm kind of bad at responding to some messages because it's kind of overwhelming sometimes, but if you guys do need to get a hold of me for questions or anything like that, and you don't want to email, which emailing is usually the best way to get a hold of me for any of this stuff, you can try Facebook or Instagram. And we just crossed 9,000 subscribers on the channel. I can't thank you guys all enough. My goal, actually at the beginning of the year, not quite the beginning of the year, but I did have a goal this year to hit 10,000 subscribers, and the rate that the channel is growing at, I'm hoping we'll hit 10,000 before the new year. That would be so awesome. I can't even, you know, fathom. I think I started the year off with something like 2,000 subscribers, and we're up to 9,000 already. So that is awesome, guys. Thank you for all the support. And like I said, hopefully we'll hit that 10,000 subscriber goal, and hopefully we'll have a surprise with the 10,000 subscriber goal. That's what I'm hoping for, at least, to have a kind of surprise for the channel and all that kind of stuff with 10,000 subscribers. So if you guys know anybody that likes Hunter Tuned or would benefit from watching the channel, be sure to share it with all your friends and like these videos. It greatly helps out. And subscribe if you guys haven't already subscribed. You know, just driving through the old Oshkosh campus. This place is party central on the weekends, I'll tell you what. I'm not much of a partier, but if I was, you know where I'd be. I should say it's more of a party central in the summertime, but in the winter everybody's like, fuck being outside, it's too cold out. And sorry for rambling a bunch here in the beginning of the video, guys, but I hope you guys enjoyed the RC video that I did, the last video. It was kind of a little weird and awkward for me to film it, and I did not notice how shitty the lighting was and all that kind of stuff, so I apologize that the video quality was kind of a bag of shit. But I'm hopefully going to have like a table and, you know, white background and all that kind of stuff for doing those types of videos. I think that would be way better than what I was currently doing. It's just sometimes I get kind of lazy and I'll get gung-ho and I'll have an idea in my head and I'll just film it like on the spot. And I won't think about like how the quality is and stuff like that. Like right now, the lighting probably isn't the greatest because it's getting dark out. And this camera doesn't have that good of lighting potential or whatever. But yeah, so run into the junkyard, gonna do that stuff, and then we're gonna head back and work on my transmission. I got all the parts in. I got the seal kit from Synchrotech, and I also got my synchros. Obviously you guys know that already. So I plan on maybe assembling the gear stacks when I get back. So we'll put the new synchros on the gear stacks and then put everything back onto the gear stacks, the countershaft and main shaft. I'll pick up at the junkyard possibly, otherwise if I don't pick up there, we'll pick up when we get back to the house and flow some injectors and get these gear stacks thrown together. Alright guys, so we are back home now and I'm working on doing some injector orders. These decapped injectors, these are the normal style truck injectors that I'm usually selling lately because the flex style is a little bit harder to come by. By me at least. A lot of the junkyards and whatnot are pretty much cleaned out of the flex style injectors. I'm not the only one that likes those flex style ones, but honestly the normal decaps will fit in pretty much anything with a top hat from eBay. It's like the, if you type in injector top hat on eBay, it's like the RDX top hat. They're silver and they're like 14 bucks. Those same exact top hats I run on my my B20 VTEC that was in my hatch. Sorry, my bench is a mess, but it's just this silver top hat that sits on top of the injector here. It just spaces the injectors to accommodate the difference in length between the normal decaps and say your stock B series fuel injector. The flex styles are nice just because they don't require the top hat. But the normal style truck injectors and the flex style injectors will both flow about the same. Some of the flex styles that I send out flow about 850 cc and the flex ones are around 950 to 1,000. But all this can be alleviated with just a fuel pressure regulator to kind of bump the fuel pressure up to make these same decap truck injectors run, you know, around that 1,000 cc range. You just have to run a little bit higher fuel pressure to make them compensate for that, but shit. I mean, I had 8 of these in my Mustang and went 990 at 141. I recently upgraded to the 2200s because I plan on pushing that setup even harder, but shit, I mean, the hatch went bottom 11s with 4 of these in there, and then my Mustang went in the 9s with 8 of them, both on E85 fuel. So I would say the E85, I know like Young Static, he maxed them out around 4 to 450, and then Jeremy from Booster Boys also ran some of my injectors, and he maxed those out around 500 or so. I actually got a couple local guys here that were running the flex style, and they can make about 500 wheel on E85 with a fuel pressure regulator. And then the normal style runs about 4 to 450, I was saying, on E85. But if you were on pump fuel, these things will go to 600 you know, ish horsepower on pump fuel. And then obviously for like a V8, they'll flow, I would say, 550-ish on E85, 550. Well, I would say that my Mustang was probably out of fuel with a fuel pressure regulator, base pressure at 60, boost referenced. I would say that my setup was out of fuel around 600, 650 on a V8 with E85. But like I said, pump gas, they'll go 700, 800 on a V8. But anyways, enough with the boring stuff. I kind of just wanted to update some of you guys with the decapped injectors and what they fit and what they don't fit and what top hats you need. Single cams like a Z6, these plug right in. You just need to remove the stock fuel rail spacer, and they plug right in. I actually have been supplying O-rings with every set of injectors that I've been sending out. I know the website says you have to source your own O-rings, but I've actually been including 2 different sets of O-rings to accommodate either A, the top hat, or B, you know, if you can do the fuel rail spacing and you can somehow get the fuel rail to sit a little lower like you can on a Z6, they plug right in with no top hat needed. But like I said, if you guys do have questions, you can always hit me up on email or whatever the case may be. And then the stickers and stuff, I got a bunch of stickers and stuff. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trying to just plug some of this stuff, guys, because you know, Black Friday coming up, and I know a lot of people are out shopping, and it wouldn't hurt to get a few orders myself to kind of, you know, just sell some stuff. So anyways, these injectors are already modified too. I actually grind down the top of the injector a small bit to accommodate any fuel rail, because the way they are factory, they're actually too wide for a Honda fuel rail. So I pre-modify all of them to fit into the rail, and then the bottom is just fits into the stock grommet for the most part. Once it's bolted down, everything gets tightened up. But yeah, anyways, I've sold probably 50-60 sets of these injectors already, and I've had one failure so far, so I'm very proud of myself for actually kind of holding up my own on these orders. And like I said, the only failure that I ever had was one of the injectors actually was leaking out of the pintle a little bit, which, you know, it happens. Sometimes these injectors, they, you know, you can't go perfect. You know, if you only got one mistake after like 60 orders, I feel like that's doing pretty good. And I feel like a lot of people are happy with them, and a lot of people are actually using them with great success. But anyways, yeah, the turbos too. Turbos, stickers, shirts. Turbos, great deal on them right now, guys. I'm telling you. But anybody that wants to pick up a set of injectors, normal style truck injectors, I'm throwing in free stickers with every order through Black Friday. And yeah, so anyways, sorry, I'm going to quit babbling. We'll throw some of these synchros in my gear stack, and then we'll end the video. Alright guys, so I'm actually moving on now, and I'm going to be doing the transmission. I'm just going to kind of throw the gear stacks back together quick. And I kind of wanted to go through some of it with you guys quick. This is the countershaft. We're going to be putting the countershaft together first. And I already kind of, you know, cleaned all this off really good, because this thing had lots and lots of metal shavings in it. So I took the bottom washer and the roller bearing off there, and I cleaned out all the holes. There's like little holes that go all through this thing that oil it. It goes through the bottom and then all out these orifice holes along the shaft. So I made sure all this thing was super clean. I mean, you could lick this thing, you know what I mean, and it's pretty good. So I don't think we're gonna have any issues with it being too clean, because I literally spent like 10 minutes just with this can of brake cleaner, going in every single hole, spraying it out, and then hitting it with the blowgun and blowing it out with compressed air, and it seems super clean now. So I'm gonna start by, it goes washer, there's a big washer on the countershaft, and then you got the roller bearing here. So it's gonna go roller bearing. There's 2 halves to this bearing. Alright, and then once the roller bearing is on, we can install first gear, which I already cleaned this guy off as good as I could. So we'll slide the first gear on, just like so. And then after that, we have our first gear synchronizer, which this is the new carbon line synchro from Synchrotech. Super nice pieces here. So I'm going to install the synchro onto first gear. And then this is the synchro ring, which I just took from the other synchro that came off of this thing. And it seems like it's in good shape yet. It's not rolled over or flattened. So we're going to throw that guy right back on. So there's that. And then after the first gear synchro is going to go the hub. So this is the hub right here. I already cleaned this guy off as well. So we're going to slide this guy down. And it's splined, as you may notice. It kind of just slid down, but it won't go all the way on until the synchro tabs are lined up. So we'll just slide this all over, and then it pops right down into place. So that's all good to go. And then there's a little seal thing inside of first gear and on the top of the slider. So we got the seal thing kind of put back in there, and then we're gonna install this guy. This is the hub, or the slider I should say, for first and second gear and reverse gear. So I'm gonna take a quick break here, and I'm gonna clean this guy out as good as I can, because there is quite a bit of metal on this as well. And I'm just gonna get all the grooves cleaned out as best as I can, and we'll throw the slider on, and then after that we can install our second gear synchro, which the second gear synchro is a two-piece design. So this is the new two-piece design second gear synchro. So we'll be throwing that guy on. And then after that, it's just a couple gears and bearings and the nut, and that's all done. And then I'll pick back up once we get this thing all back slammed together, and we'll go on to the main shaft. But I first have to clean this slider off. All right, we are back. And I actually got the countershaft fully assembled, and all I have left to do is the input shaft. But I am fucking out of brake cleaner, so I gotta go get some brake cleaner. And I'm probably gonna end this video off because there's probably a lot of me ranting anyways, and I don't really want to combine a bunch of like knowledge and transmission stuff into it, because then I feel like it'd be 40 minutes long, and the good shit wouldn't be till the end kind of thing. So I think tomorrow I might pick up and we'll do some more transmission shit. But this is the countershaft all assembled. I have this thing nice and purty. Actually, I'm gonna bring it over here. All right, guys, so here she is, all assembled. I have, I mean, this is pretty much what it's gonna look like when you're done. Obviously, it's pretty simple as long as you lay the stuff out, like I was telling you guys on the disassembly video. You know, put the bearings with the writing facing up. I cleaned the bearings out. You can't even freaking hear these bearings, they're so good. Reused for the win. And then I just impacted the nut on the top with the washer until the paint marking lined up close. So that should be all good to go. And then I installed the first and second gear synchros. Second gear, baby. Second gear. It does have this small amount of play up and down in first gear. I'm pretty sure this is normal, or it may need a different washer or shim under the first gear there. I'm pretty sure it's fine though, the way it is. But, you know, just the only thing that I kind of found. I put it back together pretty much exactly how it came apart, so I'm sure if it was fine before, it'll be even better now because everything is cleaned out. There was a lot of gunk and grime and shit and metal and junk all over every single gear. On the inside, all the splines were covered in frickin' oil and grease and metal shavings. So I pretty much just took brake cleaner and cleaned out every single spline with a little hand file. Like you can buy these like mini files at Harbor Freight. Needle file, they're called. Needle file. So these are just really small files, and they can get inside of those splines real easily. So I took the needle file kit and I kind of just went through every little frickin' nook and cranny, cleaned it out as best as I could, sprayed everything out thoroughly, clean rag, brake cleaner. It's fucking shiny. Like, this thing is shiny. You may not be able to tell because my camera's a pile of fuck, but you get the idea. This thing should be super dialed. I'm super excited to see how this thing shifts. I don't doubt at all that it's going to shift like butter. So now, like I said, we just got to do the main shaft, which I have to clean out because it also has a bunch of metal and grime in all the oil orifice holes. Maybe not on this backside, but on the front here, there's a bunch of metal and oil or just metal shavings and shit through the oil holes. Which you can't really, like, if there's one little spot that's got oil on it, it actually takes a little bit to get it all completely cleaned out. You got to spray brake cleaner through it, and then air gun, and then brake cleaner, and then air gun, and then it goes to some other hole. And you got to spray it out a few times to finally get it cleared out completely. But once it's cleared out, she should be clean as ever, and hopefully no more metal shavings in the tranny. But I also got to get these cases cleaned out because there's a bunch of crap in here too from when I exploded the differential. I exploded the differential on this case and I didn't really clean it out all that good, but it took out the webbing on the case on this side, but it's still good. The case is still good. It doesn't have a hole or anything in it, but the webbing is gone. So all those shavings and shit kind of went through the tranny, and I never really cleaned it out that good. So now it's going to be completely clean. I'm going to clean the magnet off completely, get my new seals installed, the shifter springs, and all that kind of stuff. So tomorrow I'm probably going to finish it up, get the cases cleaned and everything like that. But I actually start work tomorrow. Fuck. I gotta work a couple hours tomorrow down part-time at the old Hobbytown, the RC store. So I'm gonna have to do some of this stuff in the morning, and then probably some of it when I get home from work. We will see. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and there wasn't too much rambling or bullshit going on, and it was still enjoyable to watch. But that's gonna be it for this one. Till next time, have a great night, and see ya.